Hello everyone and welcome back to Classic Challenge. So, we're on a new day. It's getting a bit late on the previous day, so I thought I'll fast forward it to morning. It's 7:10 in the morning and it's looking like a decent day. It says it's going to be sun shining and our crop is ready. Now, at the moment, I do have the crop speed on fast because obviously we've only got the two fields, and if we have it any slower, it's going to be a bit of a slow progress. Now, I've done some research. I have found a mod for an old chainsaw, vintage chainsaw, so that we can get like these logs cut up and get some trees cut and all that kind of thing. Now, the thing with it is, I do not want to use this. This I don't want to use, and I think I will remove it from the map because I really don't want to use it. If you guys think different, please let me know. I won't remove it just yet. I will leave it for now. If you guys think I should remove it, just leave us a comment. And obviously, if you think we shouldn't remove it, also leave us a comment. Just tell us what you think we should do. But I have found as well, while I was looking through Mod Hub, the firewood mod. So what we could theoretically do is go and get the firewood mod and then turn the logs into firewood and sell the firewood instead. Personally, I think that would be better and more in keeping. So I think that's sort of like my plan on what I'm thinking we're going to do. We're going to go for the firewood mod and cut everything up into firewood and sell the firewood. But we need a front loader tractor for that, because it has to be done into a firewood pallet, and obviously we need to move the pallet, so we need a front loader. So we are now going to go and buy the combine so that we can then harvest the crop, get it sold, and we could potentially then afford a front loader tractor. Maybe. I'm not saying we definitely can, but maybe we can afford a front loader tractor. We will definitely take a look. It's not going to be anything special, it is going to be a vintage one. Whether it'll hold the weight of the pallet of firewood, I don't know, but it's something we can try at least. If it doesn't work out, then we'll just fill the pallet up and it'll just have to sit there and wait until we can get something that will move it. But at least it'll be something we can do in the meantime. And potentially earn us some money if it'll lift it. All going to be trial and error. So we're going to head out to the shop and we are going to get our combine. Okay, so we're here and we're going to harvesters and we'll go right to the end, and there we go. So I found two mods. Obviously the second one we can't afford yet, but something for the future. So the one we're going to be getting today is this FAR M66T. It's a trailed combine. From what I believe, I did do a little bit of research. They were produced in the late 80s, early 90s, I think, if I remember correctly. And then we have also got the Rosselmash Neva, which is also from the sort of like 80s, 90s period. I did try to find something a bit older. I couldn't really find much. I do tend to stick to sites that I class as trusted, so Mod Hub, and then there's a couple of other external sites that I use occasionally, but I do try to avoid using them if I can. So we're going to go with the M66T, and then later on we'll go with the Neva. If you guys do know of any vintage or classical, so anything before 1999 combines, please do let me know. Give us a link in the comments down below, and I'll take a look and I'll check it out, and we'll see what they are, and maybe we'll use them in the future. But for now, we're going to go for this. It's quite a nice little trail combine. It's nothing too big, nothing too special. Only requires 40 horsepower to power it, and I think, if I'm right, our tractor is either 40 or 49 horsepower, I can't remember exactly. And it holds 1700 litres, and it's a 2.5 metre working width. Nothing massive, but it will do just nicely. So we're going to buy that, and it's going to cost us £2,750. There we go. So that is that bought. So we'll go hook the tractor up. It's got a very long PTO shaft. There we go, that's that hooked up. So I'll quickly turn this off because it's noisy. And we'll take a quick look. And in all fairness, I think it's quite nice, that. Quite like it, it's nothing too major. But it'll do the job really, really good. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to head down to the farm again. And we're going to crack on. Now, obviously, we only have one tractor. So, tractor for the combine and tractor for the trailer is going to be a little bit of a problem. But I think we'll make it work. If we just sort of place the trailer in the road somewhere, and then we'll just have to bring the combine over to the trailer and unload it. I think that's going to be the best way of doing it. We've got £1,708 left, so we've not got a great deal left, but hopefully after the harvest we'll have a bit more money. And we're back at the farm and getting ready to get our first harvest brought in, and it should. Well, I'm not going to say it should be a good one, actually. It's probably not going to be a very good one. We do have quite a lot of weeds, and if I just jump out the tractor for a second, it also needs ploughing and some lime. And also, there's no fertiliser on there either, so it's not going to be the best crop in the world. It's definitely going to be a bit lacking, but if we can at least get a trailer full, I think that will be quite nice. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly leave that there, and we'll get the trailer and we'll set it up on the side of the field. Then we can at least just bring the combine around, unload it, and make life a bit easier for us, seeing that we only have the one tractor at the moment. Bring it round, and if we just leave it around here somewhere, I think, yeah, there will do. There we go. And then we can just hover the combine over it and unload it, and that should be perfect. So let's see how our combine does. Okie dokie. So let's turn it on. Obviously it is a trail combine, it's only 2.5 metre width. It's not going to be groundbreaking, but it's a start, and I quite like it, to be fair. I've never really used a trail combine all that much before, so it's a new experience, to be fair. I quite like it. I do quite like it, and it's doing a decent job as well. Even though it's only 2.5 metres, it's perfect for what we need. You know, we're sticking to the classical vintage, anything $4.99, and obviously there is, what do you call them, self-propelled, I can't think of the word then, self-propelled combines out there from that time period, but I think this, it works nicely. You know, we will go to a self-propelled eventually, but I don't think we'll get rid of this. I think we will keep it, so that when, you know, argument's sake, we do get to a point where we have multiple fields and they need harvesting. We can set off one combine with a worker, if we can afford it, on one field, and then we'll use the tractor and the self-propelled on another one. You know, at least we've got the equipment and machinery to do multiple jobs if we need to. So this is the last run now, just one more row to do, and I think this combine has done really well. It's taken a little while, it's only a small combine, and saying that, it's not a very big field either, but it's done really well. Quite pleased with it. The only downside is I think we're about to be full just before we finish. It only holds 1700 litres, and there we go, yeah, it's full. So we're going to have to empty literally just before we're finishing. Tad frustrating, but never mind. Let's get it emptied, and then we can just finish off that last tiny bit. See if I can get it over the trailer. And there we go. Can't even remember how much the trailer actually holds in regards to literage. I think it's about 2000, so it should just hold this combine full, which should be okay. Hopefully, anyway. Got quite a good reach for unloading. Got a decent sized pipe. Quite good. Got a fast unload rate as well, considering. Oh, there we go. Turn that back in again, and let's just finish off the tiny little strip we've got here, and that is the field completed. And then we've also got the oats to harvest over there, but they won't be being done just yet because they are nowhere near ready. Probably another episode's time, maybe 2. Depends on how time flows while we're playing. Okay, so there's only 23 litres in there. That was a bit unfortunate that it got full. It's unfortunate it got full at such a late stage. But 1700 litres from that field, it's not the best, but I don't think it's too bad either. So let's fold the combine up. There we go. Put it back into a trailer, and we will put it nice and happy in the shed. Now, I'm going to have to park it in that way, because I think if we put it sideways like I have with all the other equipment, it's going to cause us some problems for getting in and out with the other equipment. So if I park it like this, I think that'll be the best way to do it. I'm going to try and keep the shed as tidy as possible. So if I park it basically behind where I usually put the tractor, because I usually park the tractor here, I think that will do nicely. There we go. Okay, so let's take the trailer. Like I said, I think the 70, well, I think it'd be 1740 litres or something like that, won't it? Oh, 1722 litres. We're 57% full. So let's take this up to the shop and see what we get for it. I'm hoping to get a front loader tractor. I don't think we're going to quite be able to afford it. I would like to try and do the firewood next episode, but I don't think we're going to quite get enough money to buy the front loader and buy the stuff we need for doing the firewood. Because from what I remember when I looked at it, we need to buy an axe and we need to buy the trailer for... not the trailer, sorry, the pallet for the firewood. If I'm right, it knocks us... I think it only knocks us back about £100. So it's not like really bad, it's quite cheap. But obviously the front loader tractor I'm thinking of, if I remember, is 2,900 to buy, and we've only got 1.7 at the moment, so depending on what we get for these soybeans, depends on if we can afford everything we need. It may be a case of we wait until the oats have been harvested. So we only got 1,325 for that load of soybeans. That was pretty poor, but we half expected it because we hadn't fertilised. It needs lime, it needed weeding, it needs ploughing. Nothing's been done to the field. So it's kind of to be expected, to be fair. I don't think we've quite got enough to do firewood. I could be wrong. I'll have a way up of it. We're not doing it this episode, but we will. I'll have a way up, see how much it's going to cost us, and if we can, we will do it next episode. Like I said, I don't know exactly what it's going to cost or how it's going to work out for us. We may end up completely bankrupt, but that's what I'm hoping not to do. Fingers crossed we don't do that. So anyway, now we're going to grab the plough and we're going to get this field ploughed, ready for reseeding, because it really does need a bit of TLC. We're not going to be able to do any lime or fertiliser right this second, unfortunately. It is going to be just some field prep, just to get a little bit more productivity out of the field, and then as we go along, the productivity should get better and better, or at least we hope it will. So what I'll do is I'll start down at this side, because that is the way our plough is facing, and like I said last time, if I am correct, that is the way it should be facing when you do. So we'll get this field all ploughed up. I'll just go down the edge first, just to make sure that the edge is fully done, because we don't want to miss any bits, because there's nothing worse than having little missed bits in your field. But hopefully, once we've done the ploughing, I think if I'm right, that adds another 10% productivity. So we'll have 10% more crop. If we've got 1,700 out of the soybeans, that means we'll get another, what is it, 700, I think, out of it. I can't remember. I'm terrible with maths. But yeah, I'll leave the maths to you guys. But we should get another 10% productivity out of this field just from giving it a plough. And that should be a bit more beneficial to us. So one more quick pass over. And we have a fully ploughed field, which should increase our productivity. Obviously it would be nice if we could get some fertiliser and lime on this field, but we don't exactly have the funds or a front loader tractor or the equipment to actually be able to do that yet. I'm hoping that will come very soon. Obviously the more productivity we get out of the field, the more money we get, which basically allows us to do more things. But unfortunately, just don't have the funds for it just yet. So I'll put the plough back in here for now. After a quick cultivate, that field will be ready to seed again. Now I know we can just, what do you call it? We can just seed on top of a ploughed bed like that, but I don't feel that's right. We should be cultivating it, and that is what we will do, but not this second. So I'll just park the Fordson here. I think we are going to have to find some kind of hose pipe mod, because our tractor is starting to look a little bit mucky. And it's going to need a wash. So, but yeah, so after a cultivate, we can get that seeded. Hopefully the oats will be ready some point soon. And then we should be able to afford the front loader tractor and, pardon me, the front loader tractor and the pallet and axe for firewood mod, and I think that will be a really nice way of dealing with trees and stuff like that, especially the fact that we don't have a lumber mill. But anyway guys, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell, and I will see you again soon. And bye for now.